Using intentional words as a guidepost for everything from our goals to our emotional health is a really powerful tool. And then when you add creativity to the mix, it can be even more meaningful. And my Word of the Day series is all about it. In each video, I'm drawing a word that fits the description of how I'm personally feeling that day. I talk through the word's meaning, why I chose it, and the art process throughout the video. You can just watch, just listen, or do both. Whatever you do, I hope you enjoy it and get value from it. Okay, if you're ready, let's go. So today, I picked the word. It's a way I've been feeling lately. Yesterday, I needed bravery. Today, I'm feeling clarity. So I thought we would draw the word clarity. And a fun way to do this, I like to try to have the word designed to emulate the emotion tied to the word, tied to what the word means to me in the moment that I'm drawing it. So there's lots of different ways to do this. One way is to add an object element into your art that is a symbol of the word. So I'm going to put my glasses in this art today. And actually, I'm not using this today, but I want to show you this cool thing I just got. And I'm using it as a little pedestal for when I draw my glasses. But isn't that cool? It's a little spinner. And I did a short with my mushroom of the day on the spinner. And this is really fun, and I'm excited to be using it. So I got it off Amazon. I'll put the link in the profile if this looks like fun to you, something you want to check out. You could do pourable paint on your surface with this and then spin it. So there's lots of fun things that you can do with this. So today I'm using this pad, B Paper Company marker pad. I don't usually use marker paper, but I'm going all marker today. So got some markers I picked out. I might grab some more, but for now, this is what I'm using. And yeah, we're just gonna go forward. And this is similar to yesterday. I'm just going with it. I'm going with the limited, minimal editing, rambling person. That's me. That's what we're doing. I'm gonna put my glasses over here so I can see them and they're out of the way. But there we go. So here's my little still life. I'm gonna use a very hard pencil just to gently sketch out some little markers for myself so I know what I'm doing. What are we doing? How am I going to integrate the glasses into this? I think what I'll do, I'm going to move these. I think the way I'm going to integrate the glasses in is I think I'm going to just do the word first. And then after that, I'm going to figure it out. I have a weird feeling I want to do the words kind of like the Hollywood sign, if you're familiar with that. Uh-oh. I'm going to start another piece because I didn't start my C close enough to this edge. All right. So yesterday, I explained how I like to stagger the height, but I kind of meant the baseline of the lettering because the letters in yesterday's word of the day were actually kind of almost the same height, but I really like to stagger the baseline. It just brings a lot of fun feeling into the art. and a little quirkiness. And I love that. I like anything kind of off center and unexpected, you know? It's kind of what I like. So I guess I'm just sort of sketching this out right now. I wasn't really intending to do this. I was sort of going to just put some little markers for myself. So I had some signposts for where I was going to take this, but looks like I'm just going for it here. I'm going to actually erase this a little bit and then do the markers over it. But first I'm just going to get down the bones and then I'll erase most of it. I'm going to erase it so lightly that you can't even really see the line. Probably won't be able to see it on the video, but I'll be able to see some of it here. But I will say, I really haven't used marker paper that much. So I'm not really sure what to expect in terms of erasing with it, or erasing it rather. All right, well, clarity. We have clarity here, all written out. So a little bit about this word and why it's important to me right now. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a little sun. Let's do a little sun. Oh, you know what? Let's do some lines for that. I'm going to grab an eraser. Grab an eraser. Oh, that works pretty good, actually. Looks okay. All right. I'm not going to draw any lines for this because my markers are going to be able to draw good lines with just by nature of that shape. I think I'm in good shape there. I won't worry about doing any lines around the sun right now. I will worry about making it a little bit more centered where this R is concerned, like that. All right, so that's okay. It's not like a perfect sun shape. Who cares? Let's just move forward. So I'm gonna do a little erasing later, but I want to get my glasses. I want to do my glasses. So I did this cute sketch the other day. See that? I'm covering up because that's going to be another word. That'll be another word of the day right here. So I'm going to leave that out. But I did this cute little sketch of glasses and thought it looked really cute. So I'm going to try and emulate a little bit. See, I wanted to put them a little bit like over the words. I just thought it was a fun element. I love eyeglasses, which is good because I wear them. So I got glasses at the age of 17, and I was so distraught that I had to wear glasses. These look like I'm making them kind of big. I'm going to actually make them smaller. I was distraught when I got glasses. But you know what? They've really become a part of like my identity, how I identify myself too. And my eyes are such a big part of my life. I mean, obviously, but I don't know. I think they're a big part of me. I'm going to try not to talk too much right this second because I got to get this down. I got to get down the bones of this first. And I'm still working on the, I'm going to be working on it for quite a while probably, on art and doing art and talking at the same time. So I'm not going to do any time lapse, but I am going to just like be quiet for a little bit. And then I'll get chatty again in a little bit. Kind of like yesterday's video. just want to work out the composition of these glasses before, because this is a really important part of the art, being the spatial quality of the art, you know? I think part of my issue here is how I'm sitting and like how I'm looking at my glasses from where I'm sitting and my arm movement. So I think next time I'm gonna have to do a little better testing out of my environment before I jump into this, but that's okay. I'm gonna work with it today. This looks like it might be too big, comparatively speaking. Although this is foreshortened because it's going off. So I'm just hoping that this wasn't a big mistake here, but the word clarity has meant a lot to me this week because I've gained a lot of clarity for myself this week. And I have friends to thank for that because I've had a few conversations with my friends and they've really helped me clarify some things that I've been working through. I'm using a 4H hardness pencil here, and sometimes they become almost petrified if they've been sitting around and not being used. So I'm sharpening this one to get some fresh graphite on the surface so it will grab the paper better. While editing this, I noticed it was getting pretty long, so I am time-lapsing in spots where I have long stretches where I'm not talking. And this is one of them, so I'll see you in a minute. Just erasing the extraneous lines and getting the most graphite I can get off this page right now, so we can go in and put some color down without picking up the graphite. But I can still see the lines. Hopefully you can see them too. Just using a gummy eraser for this. I used to pick it up. I used to use like sketches and then draw with a rapidograph pen a lot, and I used to use these all the time for that. I would just press it down like that, but I don't need to do that for this piece.
But that's how I used to pick up my lines, to make sure that the pencil, there was like very minimal pencil on the surface
of the paper. But this paper seems to be doing pretty good with that. This marker paper is thin, and it has some sort of a coating. I don't know what they put on here, but it's a very fine surface. Looks like I've got a lot of the lines off, but I can still see what I'm doing. I don't even know how I'm gonna ink this. I know I'm gonna use bright colors. I know I'm going for sort of a 3D a little bit, sort of, maybe, feel. I'm going to grab another yellow because yellow is important. This is the Lone Staedtler Mars Graphic. I don't even think they make these anymore, but this is a really good pen. The tip on this is excellent. It's an excellent texture, and like the material, it really holds up. It's a super old pen. I've had this pen forever. What are we doing? I'm just going for it. We are just going for it today. I think this is way ambitious for me right now. I didn't know what I was getting into, I think. But that's actually fine because that's when good stuff happens sometimes. I think I'm going to do the other arm in this pink. Perhaps I should have done the lettering first, but I didn't. That's okay. I don't usually use this, but I'm going to give it a shot today, the blender. Yeah, I don't know. Look at the other side of the paper. Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to look for a lighter blue that's not quite as light. There, a mixer shade. Gradient. I'm going to let that dry for now because I think I've really tortured the paper. All right, so when did this just become a strictly eyeglass drawing? Because I seem to have ignored the words, which I don't want to do, but yeah, I'm going to hit that with the blow dryer. It's okay if it got really drenched. What I don't want to do is have the paper get compromised. And it's a little hard to tell whether that's happened or not, but I think it's acting okay right now. But you know what? Let's just experiment. So yes, I've been feeling some clarity. You know, sometimes you have questions, sometimes you feel like you don't know the answers to things and you don't really know where to turn for help. And sometimes you can just kind of ask people you know, who know you, and who know your strengths and weaknesses too. You know, so they can sort of talk you off a cliff a little bit and help you to get in the right mindset. Then that's a really good thing. And I feel very lucky I've experienced that this week for sure. So now I'm just sort of trying to blend without using the blender pen, the Tombow blender. Just trying to get this a little bit, marry these two different types of blue together. And now I'm gonna play around with the warm and cool colors here a little bit to give sort of a 3D vibe, if you know what I'm saying. Like that. And then try and use the dried outness of this pen to my advantage by getting that nice texture. I'm going to use the blender again because I want to blend that. I want to blend that pink down a little bit. I'm really not experienced with this blender pen. I don't usually use it. If I want to blend a, these are water-based markers. They're not like, it's not like a alcohol-based marker. So it's kind of different with the whole blending situation. But if I want to blend with these pens, I usually just use like colors to blend into each other. So that's usually what I do, instead of using the blender. But it's not a bad thing to try, right? I don't want to overwork this either. All right, let's see. I did go a little bit wild with these glasses though before I even started any of the lettering, but I'm gonna tie everything in. So I'm gonna start light. And then we can go from there. Super light pink. And then we can use this a little bit on the glasses to tie it in. Later, not right now, but later. And if you make a misstep somewhere when you're doing work like this, no big deal. Most people probably won't notice it. You'll notice it, but you can, you know, try to fix it later if you want to. Or you can just sort of roll with it and keep it. And I mean, I think half of what art is like making mistakes and then fixing them. So actually, I'm going to pull this in now and see if I can add a little bit of here. All right, I want to look at this gray. I have this gray color. It's like a blue gray. Does it go? Is that going to be a decent color to? I don't think right now I'm going to bother with that one. Let's try some green. Let's bump it up a little bit, shall we? Add a little green in here. I think I'm going to use the bullet tip for this. And I don't want to get too precious about this, so I feel myself going in that direction and I really don't want to do that. So I'm going to really try and rein myself in, not get too precious. And when I say precious, I mean getting far too into the details of something, and then you get so deep into it that you're pretty deep and it's hard to pull yourself out of it because you've pulled your piece in that direction a lot, and then it's like you know, that's the identity of it. And it's like, I didn't want that. So try and stay away from that. There's nothing wrong with that, but you know, I don't want to keep you guys here for 3 hours. So maybe you like that. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Want a 3-hour video? Uh-oh, here we go. Didn't I just say I wasn't going to do a lot of detail? Yeah, let's do some little lines like that. I thought I just said I wasn't going to do that. This isn't like a super amount of detail though. And I can tie it into the glasses. That. You know what I'm going to do with this? Check this out. Add some glass highlights. I wonder if I have a really light gray or even lighter blue that I can work in a little bit of that. Yeah, sometimes it's really fun to work with pens that are like half dried out because they give you a really nice texture. There we go. That's nice. All right. Let's see if I can get some of that over here. Trying to use different parts of the sides. You can actually see if you look close up. Let me try and get a detail for you. Can you see how that tip is dried out? It is. It's dried out. And that can be like a whole different tool, which is fun. It's just like a new phase of life for your pen is when it starts getting old and dried out. You can sort of start using it for different things, which is actually kind of cool because then it's like having a whole different tool in a way. Like now I'm pressing on this part here, on the, not on the tip, on the fattest part of the ink. And I'm getting that cool kind of faded texture, which is neat. I like that. And I could never get that if this pen was like super fresh, you know? When it's fresh, it's cool. Ooh, I like that. Try that over here too. Try that over here. That's cool. Love it, love it, love it. Nice. Okay. I need a darker. I need to make these words pop a little more now. And I'm a little bit hesitant to drag in to add a new whole color to this, because I was gonna throw some orange in, but I'm a little hesitant to do that now. Just because we want to like not spend all day on this one. I'm going to do some lines here. Is this giving you a feeling of clarity? Does this illustrate in clarity? Got that icy blue vibe. Got that space. Got cool and warm, but more cool than warm. I'm not sure that this pink is really, I really love this pink, but I'm not sure that it's saying what I fully wanted to say right now. But I think I'm going to be consistent and just continue to use it throughout the entire word, because I think that mixing it up with a different color at this point would not give me that sense of clarity. See, I'm tying it all back in to the word here. So, holding myself to a very high standard right now. I do think I'm gonna add in some decorative elements a little bit. You know, once I'm in a good place with the word and with the glasses, I'm going to. In fact, what's sort of pulling me, the idea that's pulling me in right now, is to do sort of a mountains, because I mentioned that this was like the Hollywood sign. And that might be kind of a weird reference point for people because why, like some people probably don't even know what the Hollywood sign looks like. And it might not really even feel like it to you if you do know what it looks like. And then Kathy, why are you bringing up the Hollywood sign? It's because it's kind of a symbol of my earlier childhood, because I grew up until I was 9. I grew up in the Hollywood Hills. So we would hike to the Hollywood sign. Fun fact. My sisters and I. You know, back when kids raised themselves, when kids were like wolves and we just raised each other. That's what it was like back in the day before I moved. Okay. So that's helping tie it in, just that little blip, just that little pull. That I'm going to actually emulate that in here too, a little bit. Add it, give it a little add in. So I think I'm going to do some Hollywood Hills behind. So I'm going to Google the shape. And so I get it sort of right. There it is. Let's do this. Okay. All right. Now we got a good picture. Got a good picture of the Hollywood sign here. Kind of have a sense. Palm trees. Add some palm trees in. So I'm going to use my green again. I'm gonna do some that. Just doing the tops. I might put the kibosh on the sun. I was gonna put a sun right above the R. I don't think I want to do that anymore. Don't think so. I think I've changed course. All right, I'm a little nervous about adding a new color in here. I'm going to grab an even lighter beige because I really want these to, I want to go easy. I want to go slow with this idea here. The trees. Go slow with them. All right. Do another one there. I think we're going to add some yellow because yellow ties everything in together, and there are some more elements that I want to add into this. I'm using a 4H hardness pencil here, and sometimes they become from yellow, almost petrified if they've been sitting around and not being used. So I'm sharpening this one to get some fresh graphite on the surface so it will grab the paper better. That's my thought. While editing this, I noticed it was getting pretty long, so I am time-lapsing in spots where I have long stretches where I'm not talking. And this is one of them, so I'll see you in a minute. All right. Let's see. Palm tree. Palm tree. Okay. All right. Now, let's do more of this light blue. Actually, before I do anything, I want to erase, see how much more of this sun I can erase, since I'm not going in that direction anymore. Let's do some sky. I'm literally winging it, like totally. It can be darker up top, lighter on the bottom. Trying to leave some white space for the clouds. I'm gonna see if I can pull out that dried out blue in a minute. One of these is dried out. Oh, I forgot the stem here. Not stem, the tree trunk. The tree trunk, rather. That's not a stem. I think doing single covers like this, like strokes, single strokes, is helping to just make the blue lighter, so I don't have to worry about whether it's too dark as we're going down, because I do want it to feel like it's a little bit lighter. Maybe I'll add a little bit darker up top in a little bit when I'm done with this part. Okay, all right, good. Now, what are we gonna do? Let's drag in. I want to test out this yellow and see if it's pretty yellow. Not a bad thing. Do we like this? Do we like it? Is it too late? Probably too late now. But I can just use it to sort of detail stuff, add a little bit of light, and then let's look at this one. Oh, this is a little dark, but I'm gonna do this. Let's see if I can add some palm tree trunk lines. There we go. And I think I'm gonna see if that helps at all. Probably not. All right. I want to just check out. There's this one, and then there's that one. That's yellow. Let me look at this pen and see if this one's any. Nope, same one. I have two of the same. Okay. Let's look at that. Okay, that's a little darker. Let's get that one. Let's go with that. I just want to define the line a little bit better with the a little bit better on the letters in some places, not in all places. There we go. Okay, now, oh, this one's real dried out. Do this one, see if this one's any better. Okay, that one's dried out too, but I think it's got a little more juice in there. And then if you let these sit, then they do juice up a little bit more. I don't know if they're gonna get juicy in this drawing session. They're probably not, but I put them back, check them, try them out in like a week or so. Maybe they'll be a little more juicy. All right, I need to add some sort of like shadow under the palm trees a little bit. So I'm gonna do that. See if that, I think I'm gonna actually add a little bit of maybe that brownish yellow color because I wanna bring in some of that. Oh, let's see, yellow. I'm gonna bring in some of that vibe because like the center of these palm trees is really like brownish, you know, like that, kind of like brown. So just do a little bit, just a little bit there. Just give it a little line. Just like slowly defining all these parts of this drawing. Slowly defining. I think I might have to grab another green though, because, and then I'll tie it into other parts of the piece, but I do think it needs a little more value. That's not gonna, although this might add some nice yellow quality actually. I can add some good yellow. Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Put a little in the glasses there. That's good, okay. I like that, I like that, like that. Oh wow, this is definitely feeling very LA. And then this one, oh no, we're not using that. I have these, we can test these out and see if any of them, and this one, this is a good one to check. Probably not, although that could work, but let's hold that to the side for now. I think two of these are going to be the same. In fact, I think the one I just used, yeah, these are the same. And then I think the one I just used is a dried out version. Shall we check? Yes, we shall. 133, they're all 133, yes. Oh, this guy's dry. That's really dried out. And this one is 9076. Let's see what else. Oh no. Let's try this one. 126. Let's see. Oh yes, let's use that. I think that'll work. Let's use a little definition there and there. I'm going to add a little detail to the trees. This. I love palm trees. I was so happy to see that I went to Ireland a few months ago, and they have palm trees there, and I didn't know that they would. Fun fact, fun surprise to see palm trees somewhere where you just did not expect to see them. And I just really did not expect. I just never would have, I'd ever heard that they were there. But it's an island, so tropical-ish. It certainly was wet. All right, the goal here is to tighten up, to add a little bit of definition, and to not overdo it. I'm gonna add, because I want to keep this light feel, I'm gonna add a little bit of this green, because I like it. I like it, and it's effective. I'm gonna do this. And then I'm just gonna do like a pattern, sort of, here. I love how this is. I love how this feels so 80s. I love it. Oh, I love it. Okay. Love it, love it. It's definitely feeling like clarity, like light. Clarity and light. And clarity because they're glass. And clarity because it feels airy. So kind of a cool take on the word. Yep, and I think that's good. We're almost there. We are almost there. I think, let's see. Am I overworking it? Am I overworking it? I don't know. Dear viewer, am I overworking this? I think I'm veering a little bit, but I'm just gonna do that. Just try to add the same value in the same stroke-ish area to each of the letters to bring them all into the same universe of light and shadow and depth. That's what that's about. All right, now I think the last thing I want to do is I want to add some very light lines of like sky to the back here to make it feel like spacious, like you can really dive into the atmosphere. So I like this. I like using the side of the Tombow because it gives like, it's kind of like a stamp, you know, kind of gives you like a stamping feel, which is cool. So this is actually also like adds space, but also grounds it too. Because it's kind of grounding it with space a little bit, if that makes sense to you. like you know what's up here because you can tell it's deep in the sky, and then this is a little more down to earth. And then just do a little bit here too. So if you like this video, and if you like this series, and if you like my other art videos, please like my channel, and please like the video. Press that little thumbs up or heart or whatever, and then I know I'm telling you what to do. You don't have to do any of this, but I would greatly appreciate it. And then also you can leave a comment if you want to suggest a media for the future for me to use for a word of the day, or really anything. Now I'm just sort of trying to bring the light to the center, give us some foreshadow here. So we have space, we have looking in, and then looking up in the sky. Do a little that tie it all in together. And I am starting a Patreon in March where I will have real-time videos of paintings and artwork, longer than this one, like much longer. Yeah, so I'm super excited about that because I love to share this stuff and I love to show you my process. And uh-oh, am I overworking it now? Uh-oh. But here's the thing, right? Colors tie stuff in together. So I like to use a color throughout the whole piece, little bits in some places, larger bits in other places. This is the color, the main color of the trunk. It's also touching on all of the other elements here, and it ties everything in. So this does also tie it in. I add a little bit up here just to close the gap, right? A little bit. And then I'm gonna do similar here. And I think I'm gonna edit this video with some sections speed draw and some music with that, because there were some stretches there where I was not talking, and honestly, like, I think I just I think I may have like you know, oh, this is, oh, now I might be getting into overworking territory here. I think I don't want to say bit off more than I could chew, because I can chew this just fine, but to do the talking, and in yesterday's word, in the Brave video, I did mention how I so admire people who can juggle, because it's like juggling when you're you know, doing one thing and talking at the same time, like actually making sense and having a conversation and, you know, discussing something. Not always easy to do, especially like when you have to think really hard about, or moderately even, about what you're doing. And I didn't have any of this worked out. And I usually like to work smaller for a video where it's talky, because it's just easier to do all those things and also do the art. But when you have to really like think about the composition and everything, it's kind of like, it's a little bit of a challenge. But I'm hoping that by exercising muscles like that, I will just get better at it. That is my hope. Excuse me. All right. Just adding some little rando here and there because it's fun. Okay. Clarity. Word of the day. What do you think? Talk to me. Let me know what you think. Do you like markers? Do you like this marker paper? Look at this. It's so slippery. It's nice. It's not like my preference, but it's fun once in a while. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. Please come back and watch my word of the day again. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow. Keep our fingers crossed. Can she do it? We'll see. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Say hello. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.